Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Australian report for the 22nd of April, and with the ASX here we're looking at wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. For wave 3 we're looking for wave 4 to pull back, and then up for wave 5 of 5 of 5 of 3 up here, so a larger top. So this horizontal small line here is the 38.2% retracement level, so the wave 4 has already reached that there. This move down here looks impulsive. We counted that down yesterday. I was just having a look on the cash market as well, which is this one here, the XJO, and this is on 2 minutes, I think. So from the top here we can count down 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for wave 1 here and 2 here, and then all the way down for wave 3 here that may be on this low or this low. So this would be a wave 4 traveling sideways through here, and then 5 waves down here for wave 5. So it can be counted quite nicely as 5 waves down. The only way I can get it to be 3 waves down is on this little chart here, where from the top here I look at it as an A wave and a B wave there, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for wave 1 and 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 3 and 4 and 5 to make a C. So an A wave, a B wave and a C wave here. That would also make what we can do next, because what I'm kind of concerned with really is that I was looking for this down here is an A wave, and then coming back for the B wave, and then coming down for the C wave here on more of an angle, and then moving up from that point. So, but in the first leg it's actually pulled down to this point. I mean, it just looks impulsive, but I've tried to sort of see if I can get it as corrective. We are moving into Thursday, so in a bullish market we normally find Thursday will open higher and then trade lower for the day. So it may pan out that we have this as the A wave, the B wave and the C wave here for this, which we were looking at. I mean, that's what I was thinking, but the thing is the thing that bothers me is that, and the wave B to C would be in 5 waves if that was going to be the case, coming down here for this. But it's just that we're at our, our limit already for this in that first move there. The move up through here, I think, is also sort of interesting as well. If we can just go to the, I think it was the 100 ticks we were counting down here. So counting down here, basically wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave for the third, fourth and fifth. That's pretty much well, anyway, it can be counted that way. But this over here sort of bothers me, because we're already at the 61.8% mark at 7,000, and normally would find that if the 7,000 becomes support, well, that's really a bullish thing, because really we'd just expect this to come back up to this level and fade at that point, come down for wave C at that point. So this move up through here, if I was to continue to count it as wave A down here and then wave B up here, yeah, we can take it to the 78.6 or whatever, take it higher and so on. And realistically we're coming into the supply over here with that top, that low, this consolidation in here, so a little bit further up. But if we're going to count this as an ABC, I'm just shooting the breeze here, but this would be wave A here, 3 for B, and then this is a nice impulse wave here for 1 and 2, and this would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we'd still see wave 5 moving up here for wave 3, but we'd also want wave 3 to be a bit longer than wave 1. If that's not the case, if that's shorter and wave 4 comes in, then wave 5 up here is going to be shorter still. So it could do something like that and then fail at that point, but any sort of strength beyond that, you know, like getting sort of support on the most important number in this area is the 7,005 and 7,050. So that's, you know, that's sort of up there at that point. So we would need to see it fail at that point. But once those 5 waves here are done, this is 100 ticks, well then we could go long above that point there, but you'd have to be able to count that there. So wave 1 here and 2 here, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, but it's probably not finished here yet. So it'll be a bit of a struggle in here, because when we're talking about 7,000, we're talking about group 1 above that, so the 10, the 20 and the 30 there. So all that's going to be a little bit tricky in here. So we would need to see this pretty much sort of, you know, fade down by, you know, 20 past 10, you know, 10:30 at the latest in the morning for this. Otherwise anything, you know, I mean, most of the volume is already in the markets by, you know, 11 o'clock. So it's really just all the first hour, really, you know, and the last hour of the day, last hour and a half, I suppose, depending on the volume. If it's, you know, once you find your average volume, basically, from the futures market, I'm not sure what it does these days, but if it's, say, 30,000, then 15,000 would come in the morning session, and then 15,000 would be coming out in the afternoon session. And you'll see them come out, you know, like Macquarie's banks, they'd hedge for the day. They'd use their, you know, you'd see all their hedges come off about 5 past 4 or something, you know. And then the market would sort of run at that stage. I don't know. I mean, I just see the ASX as a poker table. I don't know who the dealer is, you know, who's controlling it in terms of volume these days. But these are the things that you need to know. But yeah, I mean, let's just say the average. You can just check to find what that is. But let's just say it's 30,000 contracts. And so 15 come in, and then that would just be an average day. But if in the first morning session you're only getting 7,000 in, well then you know that the market's not going to be very strong. If it's going to get 20,000 in, more than the average in the morning session, then you need to be running with that in that direction, you know. So yeah. So anyway, let's just see how this plays out here. So yeah, it's 2 ways to look at. The other interesting point here, if I can just deviate here for a moment and go to CommBank. So we'd been stopped out on this move down through here for that. But what I want to look at is, I'm still considering this being bullish here because of this 3-wave move here for CommBank, and this is 100 ticks, of course. But I really was just interested in this little move here for this, if that's okay to look at, because it's really the banks that are driving it, the ASX, that is. So I can see down through here, we could look at this as wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for that. And so this counts quite nicely as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave down here for this. If this was going to be a corrective move up here for another move down here, right, then would need to look at this as the A wave here, and then an A, B, and C for the B wave here, and then up for the C wave here. The C wave would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So with CommBank, once you see those little 5 waves finish, and this will pull back after that and sit in here, so anything above that would be bullish, and that would also be bullish for the ASX200 at that point. So I mean, this, don't get me wrong, this could be counted as wave 1 and 2 here, but if I'm just talking about the market failing at this point, we need to know at what point we're wrong and right. So quite simply, we could look at this as an A and a B and a C wave up here. Because anything beyond that would be bullish at that point, and then we would look at this as 3 waves here. and would look at this as wave 1 and 2 here for that. So what I need you to do is to look at this as wave 1 here and 2 here, and then look at this as wave 3 that's just about finished. There will be some sort of little thing in here perhaps, but then this move up here that will take us somewhere to the 88.50 something, or rather 88.56 or something. So if you can figure that out, that would be a nice part of the puzzle. So if you see CBA up here somewhere, then you know that we're bullish at that point. Okay. That simple. We'll have a look at ANZ while we're here as well quickly. We've also been stopped out with ANZ as well. So we'll just see how this plays out. I'm not sure if, depending on how things flowed out, we were also considering wave 4 being over here as an A wave, a B wave and a C wave, which would be, because this is in 3 waves here, it will just be a flat correction. So it doesn't really have to come down, only needs to come down to that sort of thing here in 5 waves here, and then a move up from that point. We could look at this as wave 1 and 2 here as well, but we've been looking at it as wave 4 in terms of on the tick chart anyway. So we'll just play that out a little bit further here. So we talked about it being a B wave, an A wave here, a B wave here, and a C wave over here for that. So that's possible that that can play out at that point, and we counted this up here as a little blue wave A, B, and then a C wave up to this high here. So the idea was to take money off the table here for that. So that's sort of where we are. I'll just let this play out here at the moment. We'll pick it up. If we do get 5 waves down here, then we'll look for a buying opportunity and we'll go up at that point. But otherwise, we'll just leave that for the time being. We'll mosey on over to the resource sector. We'll look at iron ore first because it's on top of my list. Like I mentioned yesterday, the 1,100, the 100 here will be a bit of a sticking point, one being the strongest number in the market. Of course, 1,000 is number 1 as well, but then we've got 100 here, but also the old highs here as well. So we're going to see a dance across here, but the trend is still to the upside here. Okay, so good for those iron ore stocks, and we'll just continue to look at the resources for a moment. So the wave B here, as soon as we make it, if we make a new high here above this one here, then I can rule out the B wave here for that. But I just need to leave it in there for another session, just so we don't get, well, we talked about this a lot. We've got wave 3 here with an A and a B and a C wave here. That's all good. Then wave 1 and 2. And it is displaying quite a powerful move here for all of this. And we're above the 61.8% and all the rest of it. So it's pretty much likely that we're on the right track here. I could probably just take that to the next level and blank that out and blank this out here. Can't rule it out yet, but we can sort of diminish it at this point because of what's occurring here for this. So once again, I mean, good for copper stocks. BHP is big in copper. So once again, it's kind of on the same pathway as iron ore, really, because with iron ore we're going up into the 3rd wave as well here, aren't we? So here we've got wave 1 done and 2 here and wave 3 here and 4 here. So I've just got these counted in a different labeling in blue rather than orange, but I could probably tie them both in on the same count. Then crude oil, crude, where is it here? So it's dropped down 2%, pretty much in line what we've sort of been talking about, really. As you know, we've been talking about 5 waves here for the A wave, and then the A, the B, and the C wave coming back up here and testing. So we should get 5 waves down here. So for this being the A wave to here, the B wave to here, and 5 waves down here. So this is going to rock the boat for for BHP as well. And this this wave A here took this many days. So we could be looking at the same over here as well, roughly speaking, just to give you an idea. You know, it's not like it's going to happen in, you know, 2 sessions or something. You know, so yeah, just kind of bear that in mind. So I've probably got it looking a little bit. It's typical for the 4th wave to break the trend line as well. It's just you'd expect that to occur. So we can look at this as it sort of unfolds a little bit, but it'll be a C wave, and we're looking for 5 waves here. Well, wave 4 is going to play out across here a lot, and then wave 5 because of all of this support here. So it'll be something like that. Then we can go up from that point. So if this is going to affect BHP and whatever you're looking at in that sector, then this is what you'll need to accommodate that. You might want to short another market, you know, just to hedge yourself there a little bit. The Australian dollar, interesting enough, we've been looking at it, well, the same as copper. So I'm unsure to look at it in terms of wave 3 and A and a B and a C wave here for wave 4, and we could be on the right track here of up for 1 and back for 2, up for 1 and back for 2 here again. That's possible, so we'll just look that in. It's also possible that this is a B wave, there's an A and a B and a C wave here as well. I won't know that for a little bit just yet. This is the 61.8% here that we need to accommodate for the time being. So it does appear that there's 5 waves in here, so we'll probably get something like this here for that. I'll just go to the hourly chart. Yeah, see, it looks like there's wave 1 and 2 in here, and 3 and 4 and 5. I need to check that, and yesterday we were looking for some sort of rally for that, so that rally's looking sort of on track. Looks like a little wave 4 there, so there could be another little pop here for that. Understanding the 61.8% could be helpful as well, which we're nearly there. It's all this supply across here, that head and shoulders sort of thing. But anyway, we'll see how that sort of plays out. Of course, we'll go long back up here. Actually, we don't want to be stopped out. If you're taking percentages through here, then you'll need to leave that under here for that. So if you've taken money off the table up here, you don't want to be stopped out here. We want to look at this more as a buying opportunity, and if this pops up and then moves down through here, we'll also be looking to go long above here. We'll go long above there anyway, and we'll also look to go long above this one as well when that comes in. And if not, well, then we'll be looking to build in down here after we get our little impulse wave. So once that comes down here, we'll be looking for little 5 waves up here and a little corrective move here and then up. So we'll be looking to go long at that point there as well. So the other commodity I want to have a look at, of course, is gold. So with gold here, as you may know, we're looking at this move up here in 5 waves of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, and possibly an A and a B and a C wave here. But our main point was that we were looking for wave 4 here, building up here further. So we're going to get some sort of classic trading levels pattern across the 18 here, because 8 is the 3rd strongest number. And we'll definitely see some sort of correction there. So going long here is not very helpful, okay, put it that way, because yes, it will go higher here, and yes, it will fall back and all those sorts of things. So there is we're going to see some sort of pattern across here. You want to go long in 2 ways. Either do you recognize the 1800 as a tested support, or do you understand this correction that pulls back to this wave 4 of 1 lesser degree here, and it is corrective, so we can confirm that it is corrective, we can move in from that point. I'll just have a look at Newcrest as well while we're here. I mean, this would be the thing for Newcrest here with wave 3 here, an A and a B and a C wave here. The wave C didn't quite come down below the low here, what I kind of expected it to. I can get 5 waves in the C wave here for that. I still wanted to get confirmation. I've just been, I don't know if I've messed up here or not, but it's a weekly chart. It's not like we're seeing a lot of volume come in here as well with this. We're seeing sort of diminishing volumes, only been one volume day a week in here that we've seen increasing volume. So we're not seeing increasing volume come in at this point on the weekly anyway. I think when gold tops out, gold's got a bit more to go up, US spot gold, and then there's going to be that wave 4 pullback in that point. So we could look at going in at this point. That's the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree here. If it was going to, see, I can get 5 waves in this length here for this, so it should tie the C wave up at that point there. I just wanted to get confirmation from gold, and this has gotten away on me a little bit annoying. But anyway, I'll tune into this wave count a bit more. Just wanted to check on silver, because silver was up really quite high as well. So we've got wave 1 or wave A here, wave B here. It's just the hourly chart, and once again we're looking from wave 4 here, we're looking for a move up. It has popped up quite nicely, so we've got our wave 3 here, an A and a B and a C. So this will be part of a third wave here, but there's also this little move in here as well, so it'll be something like 1 and 2 in here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, and then 4 and then 5. So it's got, looks like it wants to, this is the thing with commodities, they like to extend in the 5th waves more. So there's just going to be a little bit more to this, that's all I'm saying at this point. So we could probably be looking at the $27 mark for silver if you're looking at any of those. Okay, so just to recap the ASX 200 here for a moment, let's just go back. Oh, we haven't looked at the other guys, have we? The got sidetracked. So BHP here, I didn't really understand this move coming in here for this, so we'll just have a look at, see what US BHP has done. Is up 2%. Okay, so that's all right. So we can put that wave 4 there for that. Just coming back over here. I think it's a bit rich putting that in there as wave 5 there, isn't it? So I think I'll put this over here, and this one here for this, and this one here for that. So I think still more upside here for that. I'll put that wave C there. It looks like there's 5 waves down here for this here as well, so that's a bit of a problem. But I've got this little move in here, which I didn't really understand. So maybe that's the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave here. And it hasn't really overlapped this by much here, maybe a tad. But I'll just leave that there for the time being. I'd like to see it in a bit more of a positive light. We'll see what, I mean, the crude market being down didn't really knock this around too much, or it certainly recovered anyway. We'll see how that plays out, but that's looking quite positive there for that. So I'll just go back to BHP our local BHP. Well, we knew that 48 was 8's a profit-taking number. It was also the 50-60% retracement level. If you're taking a percentage here, then you could leave the stop well out of the way. If you're taking profit here, then you'll be taking profit here. And I figured that this is possible to come down here. So I'll just leave that for the time being. It's possible that we've just got a reaction from here and we'll push up. It's just a bit hard to read this here. I mean, you could interpret it in different ways, so it makes it a bit useless. BHP's traded on half a dozen exchanges from Germany to South Africa, back to London to US to Australia, probably others. I'm not sure where they're raising money, but let's just have a look at FMG. Okay, FMG's good. Okay, so that's still chirpy because we got that wave 1 here and 2 here. We probably need to look at this as wave 1 and 2 here as well. So we'll just stay with that. We don't need to do anything there for that for the time being. I mean, we can go right up to the 23 here, really, because let's just say that this is corrective as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave up here. We still need 5 waves, and we don't have those 5 waves up here just yet for this. So we'll just see how that plays out, and I'll just check on Rio as well. Once again, we're looking at taking profit or a percentage. At this point, we can also go long above this structure here as well. With iron ore pushing up, we're probably likely to continue up. I just wanted to make sure of that. So getting support on top of 120 here, which is in the 50-60% retracement level area, getting a tested support there. And it takes time to get that, so we've really just arrived here. But when you can visually see that sitting on top of the 120, then we're going to be on the right track to be heading higher. So that's all good at that point. So I'll just come back and I just want to check on this Australian thing here. Just want to mull this over a little bit more here. So I think what we know that CBA is going to push up a little bit. This little move through here, I just don't see it as being finished. So it looks like we will cruise up, but just have to watch Thursdays because it tends to open high and then close lower for the day. So just give it 20 minutes. So 20 past 10, if it's still bullish after 20 past 10, then we'll be going up for the day. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty, I'll just have to leave it at that for the time being. Getting support on top of the 50 here, as I mentioned before. If you can understand that little structure, will also take us bullish at this point. Alrighty, sorry I don't have a clear answer on this. We just need to be, a little bit careful, that's all, because the cash market can be counted as 5 waves down like this. I know I can squeeze it out here and get an ABC down here, but it's a little bit of a long shot getting the ABC as an A and a B wave here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've seen it before, it's possible, but you know, it's not really carrying a lot of weight. So we'll just see how we go. This market's heading up into all of this supply now as well. So markets tend to mirror each other. This moved down quite quickly, so it moved back quickly. But this is where this block here is where this is where it's going to struggle in here. So buying into here is buying into possible trouble. So just don't overdo it at this point. Alrighty, cheers.